Young, and she's a blogger, creative writer, and an accredited Christian pastoral counselor. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning, Wanda. Thank you so much, and good morning to all of the listeners out there today.
Look, I just love your book. When I looked at on the reverse side of the book at the back, it says, "This is the time to write your forever song together." It's beautifully put together, lovely light blue colored book with rose petals, pink rose petals, and it just says something about your personality as well. It's a great.
Thank you so much.
And the topic of the book is When I Was Your Age. Tell me briefly about your book and why you decided on this title.
Well, Wanda, when my girls were just born, I think as soon as any woman has a daughter, your whole life completely changes, and you become someone completely new, and suddenly you want to do things in your life that you've never done before. You want to achieve things, and you want to be a role model for your children. And I wanted to do something for my children that they would always remember me, and that no one would ever be able to take anything away from them, and that would be my stories, my life stories. And I wanted them to know me as not just a mother, but how I was when I was their age. And that's how the title came about. I wanted them to know about my struggles, in a way that they know that today it's okay, to make mistakes. It's okay. Life is not perfect. Society, Wanda, puts so much pressure on our girls to be perfect, and they're chasing something that just does not exist. And so I wanted to tell them about who I was, about all the good, all the bad, the ugly things, so that they could know who I really was growing up. And I think I really felt like the Lord was saying to me, Crystal, there's so many moms out there who, they want the same thing for their child, but they might not have the resource to show them this or to do something like this for them. And I said, Lord, I'm so afraid. It's such a personal journey, especially to put your stories out there where people can really see, what's going on in your heart. Because so many times, even as a grown-up woman, you feel that you'll be judged by other people. And I said, Lord, I want my girls to be proud of me, and I wanted to complete something and show them that they could do the same in their life. No matter, if they felt afraid or they felt fearful, that God will give them the ability and the strength and the gifting to complete that. And so I finished the book. But the book consists of 13 milestones, which I felt was symbolic of something pure, of coming of age, and for some people who might not understand that, it means basically entering adolescence. And it was really pivotal moments in my own life growing up that really shaped who I am today. And I felt, although you feel like at that point they're really breaking you, your moments or the circumstances, that is actually shaping you for your future and who God intends for you to be. And so that's really about, more or less in a nutshell, about the book.
If we want to know, if we want a book to be successful, you need to know who your target market is. Who are you writing this book for? So who is the book intended for, and what motivated you to write it? I think of the one quotes that I saw in your bio. It says, words are a testimony of the condition of our hearts. And this is a time where we really need to sort of just investigate the condition of our heart. So
absolutely. So when I said that, I went through this journey, and I said, Lord, how will I write this book? Will I come across as vindictive and really broken, or will I come to Him and say, Lord, I lay down, all my past hurts and all the things that really I was afraid of for myself and for my children. And He said, we need to lay everything down at His feet. And so therefore, how we bring ourselves across, the words that we use, are really a reflection or a mirror of what's going on in our hearts. And so I wanted to teach my kids and all the other children out there who, mothers and children who will read this, is that our words are so powerful and so important that we really need to watch, what we say. And so the book is intended for all mothers out there, whether biological, guardian, foster, that really doesn't matter, because each one of them were the same age as the daughter that they have once in their life. And so they might not know exactly what's going on because society and life changes, but they know the peer pressures. They had to work through rejection and loss and hurt and all of those things. And then the book is also intended for girls, preferably 10 going on to 13 years old, because it has to do with your maturity level. And then, so what motivated me was my 2 girls. And I think like any parent or mother out there, your children always just give you that extra encouragement to carry on and to go, how can I make my children proud? How can I show them that although the world sometimes seems so scary out there, that we need to be that example for them and need to set it and tell them, even though we're so frightened and afraid, God will always give us encouragement or the strength and the courage that we need to finish this milestone.
Would you describe that as your golden thread that pops up throughout your book?
I would say that the golden thread for me would be communication, Wanda. When a mother reads this book, they need to realize that the journey that they take with their child, they need to be ready to communicate. Now, communication means both listening and speaking at the same time. It's a two-way thing, a two-way street. And so when they speak, they need to do it with wisdom and without judgment, because once their daughter feels that they are judging them, they shut the doors. Teenagers, you were once one too. As soon as a teenager feels that she is judged, she feels like my mom doesn't care, my mom's not listening. And that's what they need. They need us to know that we love them, we respect them, we will give them, our opinion when necessary, but we want to know heart to heart what's going on with them. And our children these days are left to bring themselves up, because we're always busy trying to, our schedules are so busy and our life is so busy. And one thing our daughters hear us saying too much is we don't have time. And we need to start saying, I'm going to make time. Let's make time. Let's do this together.
What was the most difficult milestone that you had to write about?
Wanda, I'll be perfectly honest. Each milestone was really difficult for me. I took about 5 years to complete the book from beginning to end, because I really wanted each milestone to completely reflect my heart and to be honest with everything that I was feeling. But the most difficult was chapter 13. I started the journey with a very dear friend of mine. Her name was Alicia. And in the beginning of the book, I write a tribute to her. But in the end of the book, I was busy writing this for her when she passed away from cancer. And it was very difficult. I ended up as it was my goodness, tongue-tied, a eulogy at her funeral. And I said to her that I promised her that I would continue to tell her story of a mom, of a wife who was so courageous. But in that, this chapter is for every single mother out there as well, who is going through something really difficult, even if it's just a bad day or a bad month. I mean, if we look at this year, it's been so tough for moms out there.
Yeah,
and, we all do our best. And sometimes we just feel like we're not good enough. And on this note, I want to encourage every mom that they are good enough. They are good enough for life, for their kids. And I know that they're doing their very, very best.
Wow.
And so I want to say that God is our ultimate healer. And He is our source of strength. And He's the only one that can get us through each of our own personal journeys and struggles.
This is such a beautiful story. I can't wait to read this book. And if there are any listener who'd love to win this book, this is such a nice book to have for Christmas. Give it away to somebody who really needs it. Maybe you're the one who needs it. It's a lovely book to read in during the holiday season, where you can just rest and just fill yourself up with wonderful content. And this is the book written by Crystal Lee Young, When I Was Your Age. Crystal Lee, I remember so well that when my husband used to say to the kids, when I was your age, and I remember how they rolled their eyes and they got so irritated.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they got so irritated. But the bottom line is, you said something about communication. If communication channels are open, we can speak into their lives with great enthusiasm, but wisdom. So let's keep those channels open. Let's keep communicating. Let's make this December the opportunity to do so. So if you want to win this book, you are welcome to start your WhatsApp with the title of the book, and then obviously your name and your details will be there, and I'd love to just make sure that we send this book to you. Any listener who wants to stand a chance to win this lovely book, please send your message now to 081-729-1657. So it's 081-729-1657, and start your message with the title of the book and stand a chance to win this lovely book. Thank you so much for your time. Where can people get the book if they're not winning it this morning? Where will they be able to get hold of the book?
Thank you, Wanda. So there's 3 different places that they can contact me directly. They can contact me through my website. I have a contact page. My website address is www.crystalyoung.coza. The spelling of my name is Crystal, the English version. Otherwise, they can also find me on Facebook, Villa Wordsmith, or on Instagram. And I just wanted to quickly add, if anyone checks out my Facebook page, I would love for them just to share or like my page with their friends and their family, and that's why they can keep up to date with, my blog as well, and any specials that I might have on the book.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Messages are coming in. The title of the book, I can see a few people already have it right and ready. So please just keep on sending those messages and stand a chance to win this lovely book, When I Was Your Age. Crystal Lee Young is the author. All you have to do is start your WhatsApp with the title of the book and your name and stand a chance to win it. We'll give you the answer or the results at the end of the program. Crystal Lee, thank you so much for your time. May God bless you, and may you enjoy those little ones forever and a day. When they're teenagers and when they go to varsity and you have your grandchildren, that you will know that the difference that you made, your book made, is far beyond your expectations.
Wanda, thank you so much for having me. It was such an honor. You must have a lovely day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Abu Berading